The Ready at 5 Symposium series are a wonderful vehicle for professional development. They provide a way for educators and school administrators and other key stakeholders to come together to hear about cutting-edge research topics that are really advancing the field of early childhood education, and then to start to identify ways to make that practical and to bring that back to schools.
The partnership between all of the organizations are really growing, so being able to be involved in collaborating on all of the early childhood topics that are coming up, it's really great to work together.
Everyone doesn't get to come to pre-K, and we want to make sure that our child care providers have the most developmentally appropriate training so that when they work with children in our community, you don't see that difference between a child who came to pre-K and a child who was in a child care setting.
My biggest fear when I finished grad school was I'm going to fall off the radar, I'm not going to know what's new, I'm not going to be able to keep up with all the cool things that are out there. So opportunities like this allow me to continue education for myself, which is one of the most important things that I value as being a teacher.
I attend symposia every year, and I bring my partners. If my partners can't fund for themselves, I certainly want to extend Judy Center funding because we all need to have the same training so that we can do the most effective job for our kids. My hope and my goal is for them to take this knowledge and to infuse it both in the classroom and into that after-school setting.
Well, I've really learned a lot. I love that there is such a big push right now from the leadership standpoint that they want to see more education, pushes for STEM in early childhood.
The biggest thing I think people should walk away with is the understanding of the importance of STEM early on, that it's not just about science and engineering, but it's really about a way of thinking. And the earlier that we reach children with this way of thinking, of being able to have exposure to real-world events and phenomena that they see every day, learning to ask questions, learning to collaborate, that's going to help them as they enter school.
Even very young children have the competence to engage in STEM and actually are very excited about it. And giving them a good foundation in the STEM subjects really sets them up well for both their life and any future career lines they'd want to pursue.
So one of the things that we're working on as a state is really looking at how these standards impact pre-K instruction. And I think over the next 5 to 10 years, that's certainly an area that we can continue to look at. What's working well, what are people doing, and giving opportunities for them to share what's working.
Ready at 5's importance to the community is all about making sure that our youngest learners are ready for school. We are completely dedicated to the process of getting our youngest students to be successful in school. Going forward, the symposium will continue to be a place for us to showcase new ideas, again, cutting-edge ideas, and we will always be out there looking for the new research and the new ideas that we can bring back to our educators.
We need to focus more on our younger children to get them ready and excited to explore so they can not necessarily be in the future be scientists, but for life, for anything that they're excited to do, that they can be able to do it.